Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have it all together, yet they tell you they're struggling inside? This is where our journey begins, in the realm of the unseen, the battlefield of the mind. Every day, countless individuals wage silent battles. These battles are not fought on physical grounds, with visible scars and injuries. They're fought within the mind, in the form of anxiety, depression, obsessive-compulsive disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and numerous other mental health conditions. Just as we wouldn't dismiss someone who's limping because of a sprained ankle, we shouldn't dismiss those who are dealing with mental health issues. Their pain is real, their struggle is real, it's just not visible to the naked eye. Imagine, if you will, walking a tightrope every day. Beneath you, there's a chasm of uncertainty and fear. That's what living with a mental health issue can feel like. It's a constant balancing act, a daily challenge of keeping your footing on the thin line of normalcy. Or picture this, you're in a crowded room, yet you feel completely alone. You're surrounded by noise and laughter, but all you hear is your own thoughts, drowning out everything else. That's the isolation that mental health issues can bring. These analogies provide just a glimpse into the unseen battles that many people face. They're not exhaustive, and they certainly don't capture the full range of experiences. The reality is, mental health is a complex and multifaceted issue. It's as unique as the individuals who experience it. Just as we take care of our physical health, we must also pay attention to our mental health. It's an integral part of our overall well-being. We cannot be truly healthy if our minds are not. The complexity of the human mind makes mental health a broad and intricate topic, but it's one we must strive to understand. It's time we shed light on the unseen battles and extend our hand to those who are fighting them. It's time we treat mental health with the respect and attention it deserves. So, what exactly is this mental health we're talking about? Mental health. You've probably heard the term thrown around in conversations on the news or in articles, but what does it actually mean? Mental health, in essence, is a comprehensive term that encapsulates our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It's the invisible yet vital aspect of our lives that shapes how we think, how we feel, and how we act. You see, it's not just about the thoughts that run through our minds, but also about our emotions and how we perceive the world around us. Our mental health influences our decision-making process, how we cope with stress, how we relate to others, and even how we understand our own identity. Now, imagine a seesaw. On one end, you have positive mental health, characterized by feeling good about yourself, being able to manage feelings of stress and sadness, and maintaining positive relationships. On the other end, you have poor mental health, where you might feel overwhelmed by stress, find it hard to relate to others, or struggle with self-esteem. But here's the thing, just like a seesaw, our mental health isn't static. It fluctuates throughout our lives, influenced by a myriad of factors such as our work environment, personal relationships, physical health, and even our genetic makeup. And here's another important point to remember. Mental health is crucial at every stage of life. From the early years of childhood and adolescence right through to adulthood and old age, maintaining good mental health can help us to navigate life's ups and downs, build strong relationships, and fully engage in our communities. Mental health is not simply the absence of mental disorders, it's about how you handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. It's about resilience in the face of adversity, empathy in our interactions with others, and self-awareness in our decision-making process. And understanding this is the first step towards fostering a world where everyone can enjoy good mental health. Why is mental health so important, you might ask? Imagine a ship bravely sailing through the tumultuous seas of life. The ship's hull, its physical structure, is undeniably crucial, but equally important is the ship's compass, its mental health, guiding it through the stormy waters, helping it navigate towards safe harbors, and enabling it to chart its course towards unexplored territories. Mental health is our internal compass. It influences how we perceive ourselves, how we handle stress, how we relate to others, and how we make choices. It's the unseen yet powerful force shaping our everyday lives. Good mental health doesn't mean living without problems. Rather, it's about having the tools to handle those problems and bounce back from adversity. When our mental health is in good shape, we can realize our full potential. We can learn new skills, take on challenges, and contribute positively to our communities. It allows us to perform At our best, be it at school, at work, or in our personal lives, it's like having a well-tuned engine that propels us forward, enabling us to scale new heights and reach our goals. On the flip side, neglecting our mental health can lead to serious issues. Stress, anxiety, depression, these aren't just words, they're real conditions that affect millions around the globe. Just like a ship without a compass, without good mental health, we may find ourselves lost, struggling to navigate through life's challenges. But remember, it's never too late to start taking care of our mental health. Just as we exercise to keep our bodies fit, we need to take steps to ensure our minds are healthy too. This could be as simple as talking about our feelings, keeping active, eating well, or seeking professional help when needed. In conclusion, our mental health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's not something to be pushed aside or ignored. It's the foundation upon which we build our lives. Our mental health shapes every aspect of our lives, from how we view ourselves to how we interact with the world around us. Despite its importance, mental health is often surrounded by stigma and misunderstanding. It's a heavy truth that we need to address. The invisible walls of silence and prejudice are what keep many people from seeking the help they so desperately need. Imagine a world where we treat mental health just like physical health. No one hesitates to visit a doctor when they have a broken leg, do they? Then why should it be any different when our minds are in distress? Mental health issues are just as real, just as painful, and just as treatable as any physical ailment. You see, the stigma surrounding mental health is deeply ingrained in our society. It's woven into our language, our media, and our everyday conversations. It's a formidable obstacle, but it's not insurmountable. We have the power to break it down brick by brick, word by word. How do we do that? We start by talking about it. The more we openly discuss mental health, the more we normalize it. We have to make it okay to say, "I'm not okay." We need to listen without judgment and respond with empathy and understanding. Furthermore, we need to educate ourselves and those around us. Knowledge is a powerful tool against ignorance. When we understand what mental health is, what it looks like, and how it can be managed, we can challenge the misconceptions and dispel the fear. We also need to be advocates for mental health. That means standing up against discrimination and supporting policies that promote mental wellness. We need to make mental health a priority in our workplaces, our schools, our communities, and our homes. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to take care of your mental health. It's okay to be you in all your complexity and uniqueness. You are not alone. You are not defined by a diagnosis. You are a person, first and foremost. So let's challenge the status quo. Let's change the narrative. Let's replace stigma with understanding, silence with conversation, and fear with compassion. It's time we break the silence and start the conversation about mental health. So, we've talked about what mental health is, why it's important, and the need to break the stigma surrounding it. We've journeyed through the unseen battles, shed light on the complexities of mental health, and highlighted its importance in our lives. The stigma, that invisible barrier that often keeps us from seeking help, has been laid bare for all to see. We have underscored the necessity of understanding, acceptance, and open conversation about mental health. It's not a taboo, it's not a sign of weakness, it's an integral part of our overall well-being. We've also acknowledged the courage it takes to break the silence, to reach out, and to be vulnerable. Now comes the call to action. Each one of us has a role to play in this. Let's make mental health a priority. Let's be kind, understanding, and supportive. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. Reach out, speak up, and let's ensure everyone gets the help they need.